Ellie Drake is the CEO of Braveheart Productions. She immigrated to America with little English, a heavy accent, no resources, and became a doctor, a highly successful entrepreneur, and now an international inspirational and transformational speaker. Her purpose is to empower others to reach their true potential and to lead abundant and fulfilling lives. Ellie is highly sought after for her natural ability to assist others in transforming their lives and creating results effortlessly. She shares the stage with some of the most dynamic speakers in the world, and her television show reaches a large audience. To find out more about speaking availabilities, products, and services, visit www.braveheartproductions.com.
I noticed that I was carrying a very small suitcase in my hand, and my mom was carrying a very small suitcase in her hand, and I said, look at us, we're coming here with such a light load, yet such a lofty dream. A light load, yet a lofty dream, and that's exactly what we require in life and in this business. He said, Ellie, I want you to look back at the bridge that you have just crossed. I want you to burn that bridge because in spite of all the challenges that you may go through, you have just entered a country where if you have a dream and you're willing to be consistent and persistent, you can achieve them in this land of opportunity. And I received my certificate and I looked at it and I had chills all over my body because that was my certificate of freedom. And I knew that in that moment, my life would never be the same. And I decided that, I will do whatever that I can to change the quality of my life, to be an asset to this country and to be an asset to myself and my life. And I knew that when I abundantly give to myself, I can abundantly give to others. So we're walking toward the apartment complex in Fort Lauderdale, and this 8 or 9-year-old boy runs out of the pool, stands right in front of my brother, and he says, excuse me, where are you from? And my brother looks at him so seriously, and he says, Germany. I said, you may want to consider saying that you're from Mexico. You certainly look more like Jose than you do Wolfgang. What is the number one thing that really has assisted you to become successful? And I'll share with you a little story of the baby eagle and the mother eagle. The baby eagle is afraid of flying, and the mother eagle says, fly, you can soar, fly. And the baby eagle says, I'm afraid. And the mother eagle wonders, why is it that the thrill of soaring comes with the fear of falling? And that is the thing that I have experienced, that the thrill of soaring comes with the fear of falling. As long as my certainty far exceeds the world's doubt, they will follow me. That as long as my certainty far exceeds my prospects' doubt, they will follow me. So when I'm on the stage, if I ever mispronounce, I'm going to mispronounce with certainty. Motivation on its own is just within your brain. It's sugar high. Inspiration coming from your purpose is within you. That's emotional vitality. And motivation alone for me would not be enough. I require inspiration. I require to be anchored because you cannot anchor to an unanchored mind. You can change all of that by raising your level of certainty, and you can change your level of certainty by being more inspired, and you can be more inspired by having an anchor, a purpose that you belong to. I am saying that I do not trust that they are resilient enough to learn from their challenges. That I do not trust that if they come into this business and do not become successful, it is perhaps because they require to learn a lesson. And if I am trying to support them, not bring them in the business because I'm afraid of them failing, then I am taking away a great lesson from them. Being humble without being bold actually turns out to be being frustrated. Because when I'm humble and I'm not bold and I don't ask for what I want, I'm saying just because I'm humble, just because I have good intentions, then they should join me. And no one will join you until you boldly ask them. So just because I'm humble, just because I know what I want, just because I'm a good person, just because I will assist them, just because I know what my purpose is, just because my company is good, just because I know my intentions, I'm humble, they should follow me. That actually turns out to be frustrating. Almost all people pay attention to. That is what we say. Then how we say what we say. Then how we feel when we say what we say. Then why we say what we say and why we feel what we feel. All of that has to do with connecting. And do you know that the tip, what we say, is nothing, 8%, and 92% is what I just shared with you. And on the CD series, I explain that exactly in detail so you can listen to it when you're sleeping, you can listen to it when you're driving, when you're awake, and it will assist you with your subconscious, or the foundation of this iceberg upon which the tip is created. Do you know that the people from the bottom to the top, the people that come from I need to, are coming from a consciousness of survival. People that come from I have to are coming from a consciousness of security. People that come from I want to are coming from the consciousness of social gain. People that come from I choose to come from the consciousness of self-development. People that come from I love to come from self-fulfillment. People that come from I'm called to come from self-actualization. Do you know that the higher levels are the levels of inspiration and no resistance and a lot of surrender, and the lower levels are coming from the levels of desperation and a lot of resistance? I am a human being with creativity in my mind, with love in my heart, and with my purpose in my soul, that you come from the levels up here of inspiration. And it's so important, and every single one of you, every single one of us can change our lives dramatically. You know, in 60 minutes, a new life can be born. In 60 minutes, two people can say I do and begin the rest of their lives together. In 60 minutes, friendships can be galvanized. In 60 minutes, life-changing decisions can be made. I hope and pray that this